Al-Bara ibn Malik, a name that echoes through the early battles of Islam. He was the brother of the famous Anas ibn Malik radiallahu anh, the servant of the Prophet. While Anas served with his heart and memory, Al-Bara served with courage and his sword. He wasn't big, he wasn't tall. In fact, he was small, lean, and not someone you'd pick out in a crowd. But when the time came to fight in the path of Allah, Al-Bara was unstoppable. One of the most powerful examples of his bravery came during the Battle of Yamama. It was one of the most difficult and intense battles the Muslims had faced. They were up against Musaylima the liar, a man who falsely claimed prophethood and led thousands in rebellion against the Muslims. The enemy forces were strong and well defended. When the fighting intensified, they retreated into a fortified garden, closing the heavy gates behind them. This place became known in history as the Garden of Death. The Muslim army couldn't break through. They tried and failed to push the gate open. That's when Al-Bara ibn Malik stepped forward and said something that shocked everyone. "Throw me over the wall." The companions looked at him, confused, worried. "What are you saying, Bara?" He repeated, "Lift me on your shields, raise me with your spears, and throw me over the wall. I will open the gate for you." It sounded like a death sentence. One man alone inside the enemy stronghold. But Al-Bara insisted. He wasn't seeking glory. He wasn't trying to be a hero. He just believed that if he could open the gate, others would live. And so, the companions lifted him. They tied him to a wooden shield. Dozens of spears were raised beneath him like a platform. And with one united effort, they launched him into the air. He flew over the wall, landing in the middle of the enemy army. Alone, surrounded, no backup. But his heart never trembled. He unsheathed his sword, and he fought. He struck down one after another, pushing through the chaos, bleeding, exhausted. Yet he never stopped. And at last, with Allah's help, he reached the gate. He opened it. The Muslim army stormed inside. The tide of the battle turned. What seemed like a dead end became a path to victory, through the courage of one man. Al-Bara was found after the battle with over 80 wounds on his body. He was barely alive, but his words were not of pain or regret. He asked, "Did the gate open?" That was all that mattered to him. This is the story of Al-Bara ibn Malik, a man who showed us that bravery isn't about size or strength. It's about sacrifice. It's about trust in Allah. It's about doing what must be done, even if you do it alone. And sometimes, one man's courage is enough to open the gates of victory for everyone else.